quiet soldier part, II homebound hero staff, Sergeant Marcus Ellison, had seen the worst of humanity. 13 years in the U.S. Army, 3 tours in Iraq, 1 in Syria, and more scars than he could count. Not all of them were visible, but none of those scars had hardened his heart. He wasn't that kind of soldier after retiring honorably. Marcus returned home to a small town in northern Georgia. His wife, Camille, had kept the house standing through his deployments, raising their 2 children, 12-year-old Isaiah and 8-year-old Naya, largely on her own. The Ellisons were respected by most in the town, but that didn't mean life was always easy. Marcus was quiet, reserved, and proud. Some folks saw his silence as arrogance. Others just didn't like that a black family had one of the nicest houses on their street part. Shadows of hate one Saturday evening in July. Marcus took his kids to the town square for ice cream. The sun was going down, and music floated from the jazz band playing by the fountain. As they walked back to their car, a group of teenage boys in an old Ford truck slowed beside them. The boys weren't local. They were from a nearby county known for its Confederate flags and closed mines. They began to shout slurs, cruel jokes loud, ugly words meant to humiliate. Marcus didn't flinch. He put Isaiah and Naya behind him gently, placed a hand on their backs, and kept walking one of the boys through a half-full soda can that splattered near Camille's feet. Marcus turned. He didn't yell. He didn't run toward the truck. He simply stood there, looking at the boys, his eyes steady, unreadable. The truck screeched away in laughter and cowardice. Part II fire at the door the next night. Marcus woke to the sound of tires on gravel. He rose quickly, instincts razor sharp. Through the upstairs window, he saw the same truck outside his home, now with more boys inside. Masks over their faces, a bottle shattered on the driveway. Fire bloomed briefly, gasoline and glass. A Molotov cocktail, poorly made. Marcus didn't hesitate. He rushed to his closet and unlocked a black footlocker, the one he'd carried through the desert. Inside lay his medals, old photos, and his AR-15, legally owned, meticulously maintained. This weapon had saved lives overseas. Tonight, it would defend his family on home soil. He walked out onto his porch in his boots and undershirt. The rifle slung low, barrel pointed down when the teens saw him step into the porch light. Every one of them froze, because what they saw wasn't a man with a gun. They saw a soldier, his posture, his calm, the deadly silence in his eyes. Marcus didn't lift the weapon. He didn't have to. His presence said more than bullets ever could. You're on my pride. You have 30 seconds to get back in that truck and never come back. The leader, a red-haired boy with a trembling jaw, opened his mouth, but no words came out. He looked like a child trying to speak to a storm. The truck peeled away moments later, tires screeching, leaving nothing but silence and the faint hiss of a dying flame. Part IV, the aftermath. Marcus called the police himself. The sheriff, an older white man named Hayes, arrived 30 minutes later, looking tired but serious. You did good not pulling that trigger, he told Marcus. I wasn't going to kill anybody, Marcus replied. I just needed them to see the man they thought they understood. The sheriff nodded. We'll handle it. I know those boys. They think the world owes them something, but Marcus knew better. The world owed no one. Dignity, however, had to be protected, sometimes with words, sometimes with silence, and sometimes with the quiet readiness of a warrior who never asked to fight, but refused to run. Part V. Legacy. A few months later, one of the teens, Ben Carter, returned alone. This time, he came during the day, unarmed, visibly shaking. He asked to speak to Marcus. The veteran stepped onto his porch, arms crossed. Isaiah peeked from inside the screen door. Ben struggled to speak. I was one of them. That night, I didn't throw anything. But I didn't stop it either. Marcus studied him. What do you want? I just needed to say I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were. You still don't, Marcus replied. Then, softer. But maybe one day you will, and with that, he went back inside. Not all battles are fought on battlefields. Some are fought in neighborhoods, on porches, in moments of terrifying clarity, and sometimes the most powerful weapon is the look in a soldier's eyes, the kind that makes hate freeze, shame burn, and fear turn its back.